Hello everybody, it is Corey. Sorry for the later video. I had troubles and had to record an ulti video a couple of times because the video would not save. But in this video, we're going to go over the YieldMax single stock. Well, actually, we're going to go over all the YieldMax ones here. As far as the Roundup here, ulti's down here too, but it's very high level for those of you that want to see that. Before I forget, because I did forget to do this for the ulti video, for I know a few people have shown interest. But looking at this, what I see is just a really choppy day, which it was for most of the market. So, I mean, you could see a lot of stocks went down throughout the day and then might have come back up towards the end of the day, like the market itself did. Some of these went down more than others. Like, I don't know. It's just, they're all over the place. Like, you see, like here, MSFO was good and then it did a huge drop, but in the end, it mostly had come back up. Same thing here, big drop for YieldMax and then gone back up, and then you see AIYY. So here, though, if you look at Tesla, it sort of did the opposite of the market today. It went way up, and then, of course, it eventually came off right there. Now, Murney, that's our biggest move of the day, and these are sorted by percentages. So this one went up 2.5% today. But anyway, yep, just a quick look at this. And so then we'll go over the trades real quick here. So we have obviously the short call premium or the short call net trades and the synthetic trades, and then the total trades. I don't know why I don't change that column. I don't even know why it says that, to be honest with you. I don't know, maybe it's because it said price on it and it was just the intraday. I don't know. I'll change it to red and see about putting total on that. But anyway, so we did have a few trades in here. I'll just read the totals to try to make this a little shorter. But AMDY brought in about 641,000. Coney about 354,000. Phoebe 31,000. MSFO had to pay out 400. Misty brought in 2.1 million. Nvidia 1.1 million. Tesla 471,000, and Ulti negative 510,000. So that's the trades data, and then you can see the net assets here if you are interested in where the net assets are or the outstanding shares for these. And then we'll move here if you want to see the current stock price with the NAV price and the difference here. You have a few little outliers here. Other than that, it's usually just a few cents. All right. So if we move over and we actually look at the price changes today, specifically for the YieldMax ETFs, if we look at the ones with just a 10-cent or more change, AMDY went up 20 cents. Coney went down 68 cents. GUI up 15 cents. Murney up 53 cents, so the biggest winner of the day. MSFO up 12 cents. And Misty was down $1.47, the biggest loser of the day. Coney was the second biggest loser. And then Netflix is down 29 cents. Nvidia down 48 cents. Squee up 30 cents. Tesla up 23 cents. And Ulti was down 13 cents. Everybody else was within 10 cents. And then I already told you the major changes there, so we'll move on. And then we'll look at the underlying here. Zoom out just a little bit for that. Of course, there's the IV here also, and then if you wanted to look at an estimated distribution just based off today's IV only, There's that information in column B. But if we're looking at prices as far as the percentage change, so our biggest losers, I guess, would be Coin and MicroStrategy. They were down 5% today, and then Netflix and Nvidia were down 2%. As far as winners, it looks like Moderna, which was up 6%. And then we had, I guess, Block and Tesla were up 2%. Now, if we want to compare these to each other, if we want to compare the YieldMax ETF with the underlying, it looks like there's a couple of big differences here. So 3%, so Coney did better, around 3%, rounded, than Coin did. And Moderna did about 4% better. And the other ones are just plus or minus, either -1 to 1%. So no biggies there. But if we look at overall, 8 of the YieldMax ETFs did better today, while 11 of the underlying did better. But if we look at the bottom, the market did end up green, though it was very small. It was green, so we would expect that the underlying would be better. So then to our news section, and then I actually made some changes today, which is what made me a little bit longer getting to this one. I wish it wouldn't try to, make those lines bigger. I guess I could do it for the video. It's not going to hurt. I'm just trying to make it so you can see things. It's still going to all show on the screen. Let's see if I can just do this. You just might not be able to see it well there. But so, this is a new thing that we've done per request from the Discord. And so the day before the ex-dividend date, this was the close the day before in column AB. And then we have today's close and then our difference. And then we have the last dividend. And then so yesterday's new thing was the plus or minus the last div, right? So if we look at AIYY, it closed the day before the ex-dividend date at $14.19. We're currently at $13.29. So the difference between the two, we're down 90 cents. But our last dividend was 73 cents. So in column AF, this is showing, well, not only are we down still the total amount of the last dividend drop or the distribution, we're also down an additional 17 cents. So, and then I mentioned something about doing a percentage. I did it a couple of ways, but what I've ended up doing here is how much percentage we have recovered. And then I did the color codes like I had the other one. So in this case, we actually haven't recovered any in AIYY. We've actually gone down another 24% of the div. I'm thinking that's now. Let me check. Yes, so it is based on the last div because I want to see where it's recovered to. So in this case, it's gone down an additional 24% of the div. So, that's 17 cents. And the reason I really wanted it, so if you look down here at GUI as an example, right? Before ex-dividend date, it was $17.47. Today it's $17.45. So it has 2 cents left getting to actually full recovery. So it's telling me in column AG that it has recovered at 94% of the dividend. So that's why I did the percentage the way I've done it here. And you can see Murney, we were on the edge of Murney yesterday, so now it's showing 164% of the last div because the last dividend was 78 cents, and we are up now as of today 50 cents. I think we were off like 1 cent yesterday. So I did leave the ranking there. I don't know. I know yesterday I said I was going to take it off, but I also like it the way the color codes work when the numbers are, closer together. The color codes work better when you're using sequential order versus here days are probably going to be all over the place. So, and then this is calculated as far as the days would be. So, start counting on ex dividend date, which was the 4th, because the declaration was the 3rd, of Wednesday. The ex dividend was the 4th. So, we had the 4th and the 5th. And then we had a Monday and Tuesday of this week. Today's Tuesday. So, it's taken 4 days to recover. Now, tomorrow, this could drop 60 cents, but I'm just going to leave, unless y'all really have an argument for, changing this, I'm just going to leave it whatever it was at initially, regardless if it regardless if it drops back down or not. Actually, on this one, it's obviously hard typed, but I've hard typed this in on the other one, so the formula won't change the data. But if you think we shouldn't do it that way, let me know, because this is a new, little project over here. Anyway, so I know I've taken way too long to explain that, but the only one that we've had recovered so far is going to be Murney. So if we just look at the percentage, I think that would be best here. So AIYY is down an additional, 24% of the last distribution. AMDY is like down negative 89%, so it's almost doubled. So we can see that by the difference. It's down $2.10, and the last div was $1.11. So we're down an additional 99 cents. But AMSI, it's recovered 21% of its last dividend. Aptly 6%. Coney and Dizzo, they're both showing they're down 19% to the last dividend. Phoebe is up 11%. GUI is at 94%. So it actually, this is the one I mentioned a while ago. So it only has 2 cents to go. So maybe it'll be our next one. And then we have JPMO. It's only up 5%. Now, we just completed the 4th day. Okay. But, some of these with these significant downs, yeah, but we did have a few red days here. It hasn't been all green days like it has been for the past month or so. But so in Microsoft or MSFO, it's up 42% of its div. Misty is down 83%, and we talked about this the other day. It's almost down $8, almost the amount of double the distribution. So that really sucks. But I guess that's going to happen as we come into the Bitcoin halving with possibly, sell the news, right? But then we have Nifly here. It's down at 40% to its last div. NVD negative 33%. OARC has come up 24% to its last div. PayPay up 89%. So it only has 5 cents left to go. Block is down negative 17%. Tesla is up 97%. So it only has 2 cents. So it might be another one also tomorrow. But it's been going strong. I don't expect it to last. So who knows? It might go back down tomorrow. That'll be interesting though. But anyway, Zomo's up 3%. And then, of course, I did this for the YMAX, and Ulti at the bottom too. I know somebody had mentioned something about the recovery time with YMAG and YMAX. But if you look here, yes, obviously it's been slow, but we're at 97% of YMAG. So, I mean, it's still good. I mean, I personally don't want to hold it because YMAG or YMAX, because I want to get more distribution, so I'm going to hold the underlyings. But, if you don't want to do that or don't even have the income to hold that many, shares, if you don't have like the $1,000 to be able to buy into all of these, or 500 and be able to buy a share of each or whatever, then, that might be your best chance now or choice now, or maybe just start buying into the underlying, unless you just really don't want to do it, but don't mind having your, divs cut in half, and then you could go with those. And then you might want to go with those. But I don't remember if I said at the beginning of this video, if it was another video, but just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion, and this is how I feel and how I, as far as trading or buying these. And then we have Alti, as we can see. We've talked about this a lot. Of course, we have Alti separate video by itself, but it is down 67%. So I'm sorry, I know we spent a bunch of time on this, but I think this is some really, really good information. I know I share lots of information. I know I said it the other day. Sometimes you wonder how useful is it, if we could take some parts out or whatever, but I really like this, and I'm glad that I just happened to see it in the Discord, because our Discord has gotten so big, I can't keep up anymore. So unless I'm like tagged in something, I usually don't see a lot. I wasn't tagged in this one. I just got lucky and saw it. But yeah, I really, really like this. I like this part. I like it a lot. So anyway, so that's the roundup. Sorry, we took a lot of time on that, but let me know what you think about this section. I know a couple of people, I think, have stated that they like it. I think somebody had stated they liked that I added the AF data column. So I think the AG column's going to be good also, because I like looking at percentages. It's just your easy comparison to everybody else and where we're at, and not having to calculate. Like, I can see immediate GUI. Ooh, we're 94% back. But anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. I will let y'all go, and I will work on the trades and holdings video for all the single stock tickers. And y'all have a great day tomorrow.